It's the Daily Quickie with Arty 84.
Oh, it appears that I found my boat. Just sitting there waiting for me to take a ride on. Huh. How do I get in there? What's going on, everybody? It's another Wicked Adventure with Arty 84. And today's Wicked Adventure takes you to the lovely neighborhood in Boston known as East Boston. Now, East Boston is east of the city. It's the only part of the city that's not connected to the rest of the city. Well, I guess Charlestown isn't either. Well, I guess there's a couple parts. But this is it. What to explore. No dogs allowed. Apparently she's breaking the rule. Now, this is the only part of Boston in which you get to view Boston from the water. You get a different view in Cambridge, but for the most part in East Boston you get to see the whole city. There's the Zakim Bridge over there. Quite breathtaking, if you will. We'll zoom in a little bit for downtown right there. There you go, there's over there the aquarium. And some $1 million condos and whatnot. Fabulous. A city is not an accent. What does that mean? I guess you can't make a city by accent, right? It just happens. I guess you can make a city. Architect, urban planner. That's what this map looks like right here. 2006. 1628. That's the city of Boston was the city. It's a pretty cool map of the city. It's not the tell where the ocean. You can tell where the land is and where the ocean is. It's pretty cool. And what that says is the result of coherence. Vision of Ames. Leon Cryer. Interesting. That's Boston in the background right there. There's a pier. We're about to go on that. We'll go over there in a second. Okay, got something cool to show everyone over there. Some old docks. And this rock jetty. It sticks out there. I've seen people on here. I don't have hiking shoes on today, so I'm a little concerned. But if I had sneakers on, I'd probably do it. Really cool picture. I'm gonna take one right now. This really isn't a beach. It kind of just slowly goes into the harbor, and I bet it drops down right about over there. And it probably drops down significantly. There's a ferry boat going by, see in the back. Those tour boats. This is pretty quite cool. This is the only part of the city where you get really close to the ocean. I've never seen this before, and the cool thing about the city is too, you occasionally get these cool sailboats. Last week there was the tall ships in here. Bunch of those boats, but you can take a pirate cruise, which is actually pretty cool around the harbor. Can somebody tell me what this is about? Alright, so where we're standing right now is actually, you can see this whole area that's colored, is the Sumner Tunnel. Since 1934, this tunnel actually runs in this direction. And if you look back there, that building with the vent on there, that's actually an air tower for the tunnel. But it runs underneath here and out there to the other side of Boston. It's one of the 3 tunnels. Alright, this is the second tunnel. This one was built second. This is the Callahan Tunnel. It's built in 61. And same idea, same exact tunnel. Goes there, and you can see the towers back in the distance over there. It just also goes into Boston. This is how you get from Boston in the Callahan Tunnel. And you get into Boston with the Sumner Tunnel. There's also the Ted Williams Tunnel, which takes traffic both ways. That's further over there near the airport. But when the Sumner Tunnel was first built, the one that's way over there, it took traffic one lane each direction. Sometimes during rush hour, it would take double traffic one way. It had stoplights in there, but it seems a little weird going in a tunnel with nothing between you, flying at high speeds on the water. This tunnel was basically type of tunnel they used to do in the old days, where they used to burrow underground like a mole. And in fact, you would dig so deep that you would actually go underneath the ocean floor to build your tunnel, and then you pop up on the other side of land. The newer tunnels, which is the Ted Williams, which is way over there, a distance it's under there, was actually fabricated in like pieces in Baltimore, and then they were towed up here with the roads in them and then sunk. It's pretty cool. So right behind me in the distance, part where that new construction is over there, ooh, is this an area of a location of one of the greatest Boston movies made, filmed in 1993, released in 1994, a little movie called Blown Away, starring Tommy Lee Jones and Jeff Bridges. And Jeff Bridges works the Boston Bomb Squad. Tommy Lee Jones was a rogue Irish bomber from the IRA. And right behind me is where a dramatic and awesome scene in the grand finale of the movie happened. Right over here is where, in the movie, the Dolphin 2, I believe it was called, was parked. And it was an old gambling cruise boat, and it was like made of wood, and it was this really scary piece of crap boat. And that's where Tommy Lee Jones lived, in this abandoned boat. And it was docked over here. And in the last scene in the movie, if you haven't seen it, the boat explodes. And it blew up the dock in the boat all the way down over here. That's where some of these remnants of this pier exist. This is still part of the dock that was exploded. Most of it was taken away, but a lot of it still exists, I guess, to the point. It was right in this area over here. And at the end of the movie, the whole boat explodes and they run, and there wasn't really anything over here. These are all new buildings. This was all kind of open space when they did it. Tugboats and stuff used to park over here, and it's just recently in the last 10 years been developed. But before that, yeah, it was pretty crazy. It blew out windows, so like a lot of the buildings like over there, and caused some damage. And you know, it was pretty cool. If you haven't seen the end of that movie, you should definitely check it out. And it's worth it. And you get to see everything I'm filming right now. Boston skyline's slightly different, but for the most part, it looks pretty much the same. Alright, right now we're going to head up to the hub of East Boston, a little section called Maverick Square. That is pretty much the main area to get in and out of East Boston from the Blue Line. It's pretty much how you get to everything you need around here, which is pretty convenient. Quick little walk. So I'm going to go over there and check it out right now. So that's Maverick Square. We're not going to spend too much time here. It's a little rough. We're actually going to another place in South Boston, East Boston. Best pizza in town. If you're here, you gotta check it out. So about 10 years ago, when I was in college, I did a research paper. It was more of like almost like a thesis on the East Boston neighborhood of the Maverick Square area of East Boston, let's say. And it was a lot. It was rougher back then. A lot of the vacant lots, which were there when I was doing my project, has slowly filled in with newer buildings. They modernized the T station that's over there. Starting to clean up a little bit. All the real estate that was near the water, where we just were earlier, has been cleaned up, and very expensive apartments are going there. And it's slowly making its way down this street. This is Chelsea Street right here. Slowly but surely, it's coming around. But a long time ago, this was a traditionally Italian and Jewish neighborhood back in the turn of the century, and now it's full of all different cultures. And now it's a whole nother wave of kind of yuppies and young professionals moving in. I don't know. I'm a young professional. I don't know how they can afford to live in those apartments, but they figured it out, I guess. Must be nice. Ooh. I'd just be comfortable in my little white van. That's always a good time. Alright, there it is, Santopio's Pizza. This is probably the best pizza you're going to be able to get in the city of Boston. I haven't been to this place in years. Here it is, Santopio's Pizza. Probably some of the best pizza ever in Boston. This place hasn't changed in years. I haven't been here in years, so I'm curious to see what it looks like when we go in. Just finished my Centapio's pizza. It was absolutely delightful. Got a cheese with hot peppers on it and a couple beers. But here's the thing: the pizza comes out like lava, and of course you're hungry and you want to eat it. So what I do, I bite into it, and the roof of my mouth is destroyed for the rest of probably the weekend. But it was worth it. It's delicious. What are you gonna do? Now we're gonna take you to the last stop on our tour here in East Boston. So it's delectable, the most focal point of East Boston altogether. But first, can we see it? I don't know if we can see it. Sure. Oh, right over there. See in the building, see those lights over there? That is East Boston Stadium. When I was a kid, I played Pop Warner football over there against East Boston. Of course, I was in the Revere Pop Warner team, but we played East Boston every year. And every other year we played in East Boston. And we played there twice, and I remember that's where I got my first interception. My only interception of my Pop Warner career happened there. And they also have artificial turf over there when we played. The first stadium they had, now we're talking, oh God, 20 years ago, easily, when I played it. So 20 years ago since my first and only interception, which I wouldn't say is a milestone. Well, I would say it is a milestone, but it wouldn't be a focal point of my life. But yeah, it's East Boston Stadium over there. Looks exactly the same. On our way to our final destination for today in East Boston. So I'm walking this textured sidewalk. It's really dangerous. It's a little crumbly. To the tea kettle. Yes, Logan Airport. I'm not flying anywhere. Just trying to catch the subway back to the city. See Revere. Not Revere, Boston. In the distance. The easiest way to get back to the subway is to the airport. It's cool to see planes take off the land. There's the Tobin Bridge in the background. Drive over that every morning. So you basically just see me running for the train at the Blue Line. So basically what happens, going to the airport is the easiest way to get back to Revere, but I've taken 100 buses from East Boston, so I was right down the street from the rent-a-cop portal, jumped on the bus over there, took it to the airport, and contemplating flying away if my bank account and lifestyle allowed it. But I have my fiance and puppies and turtles to return home to. And it is 4th of July, and what's the best place to celebrate the 4th of July is in the city of Boston. So, there'll be more to come. Remember, if you like the Wicked Adventures of Arty, subscribe to me on YouTube. Check me out on thepacky.com or where'sarty.com. That's Arty spelled with a Y. And DJ Arty84 on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all that good stuff. You can find me. Shouldn't be a problem. And hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.